April 29th. I'm Rose.
I'm Rhoda.
And this is the Something Good Morning Show.
Welcome.
We're just fresh from a workout. So it was a bit of a tight morning, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. So
It's gonna happen.
But we have a lot to bring to you. Okay, I don't know if you've checked your calendars, but next weekend is a big weekend. And we want to highlight some of the tradition that's going down next weekend between the Kentucky Derby and the King's Coronation.
Yes, It's a big weekend. Grab your tea and your
Mint julep.
But double fisting it, celebrating both things.
However, if you want to watch the coronation, you'll need some coffee.
Yes, it'll be an early morning. So we're on the West Coast, and the coronation starts, the actual service starts at 11 a.m. in England. So I think that's 3 a.m. on the West Coast. But if you want to catch any of Catherine walking into the Abbey or anyone that's coming to attendance, you're going to have to start at 2 a.m. about.
Yeah.
So set your clocks early or just record it. Or, there's going to be a lot of talk afterwards, so you can watch it then too. When's the Kentucky Derby though?
Kentucky Derby is May 5th and 6th. So just make it a weekend. Well, let's not forget Cinco de Mayo. I mean,
just all the things next
all the
weekend.
things, yes. And hello, Vance. Yes,
And Taylor.
This is a loft sweater, so I think it's 2022. So, anyways, fashion. I feel like fashion just highlights tradition. It's really where tradition shines, both for the Kentucky Derby.
They're high fashion events.
The Royals, they do it up. And, can you imagine? Let's just talk about Kentucky Derby hats. $700, $1,000.
Yes.
Custom-made hats. So you can go wide brim hat, or you can go fascinator. Which, do you feel like you're more of a fascinator?
More of a fascinator.
Okay.
I'll show
more
you
of a
guys some
fascinator.
pictures.
And it's interesting too because
Can I please wear that? I'd love to rock that. And it's cool too because the coronation is all about fascinators.
yes, there's such crossover.
And something like this you could do for the Kentucky Derby. It would just be so fun to have a Kentucky Derby party.
Yeah.
Just get all dolled up and...
Yes, one time I did go to Kentucky Derby party and I was wishing I could find that hat. But it is fun because it's you never get the... And we're just so casual, I think, just on the West Coast in general. So I think you kind of have to go down to the South to really experience some of those high fashion parties and tradition and just celebration in general.
Yes,
Yeah.
And you were saying Kate Middleton actually
she
made
really
it.
popularized the fascinator.
Yeah.
So I love that crossover.
So not as many big hats. They're still there, but she really made the fascinator.
Yeah, I can understand not wanting hat hair. I can understand her not wanting that. But I can also understand wanting the wide brim hat because it also doubles as sun protection.
Right.
So there's
if you're
that
outdoors,
too.
go for the wide
And
brim.
the fair skin of
Maybe that's a good Kentucky Derby option. The wide brim.
yeah.
Yeah, so those are some options if you happen to be going to a fun party like that.
Yeah, I think there's a site called camhats.com and they're the official Kentucky Derby milliner. Who uses the word milliner?
Yeah.
But am I even saying that correctly? I don't know. So it's
Go with it.
It is interesting. That is on the bucket list. I think we mentioned that last week. Kentucky Derby is definitely on the bucket list.
Yeah, just because we can.
Yeah.
Just go, attend.
But let's talk about food.
Big food weekends.
Yes,
of
big
course.
food
We talked
weekend.
about the mint julep,
Yes,
and you
we
could
talked
make
about
that
mint julep.
a mocktail.
Yes, you can.
It'd be really fun.
Yeah, you could sub out the bourbon and also even usually they use obviously muddled mint and a simple syrup and
Carbonated water.
yeah, a carbonated water, ginger ale or something, and then crushed ice. So crushed ice really makes it, and also the silver cup.
Yes.
I think that just really
she
makes
has
it.
the mule cups that are just so cute.
Yeah, and then for the coronation.
Well, okay, go ahead. Well, did you have something to add?
No, I was just saying if you wanted it, maybe you're going sugar-free or something instead of simple syrup, you could kind of do a honey base or something like that. There's so many versions. I'm just all about drinks, so that'll be at like a whole nother episode.
Yeah, we always have all our drinks.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about like having a drink cart and the proper cup and
and many refills.
Yes, and many refills. But tea.
Yeah, of course, everyone knows England's known for their tea.
Mm-hmm.
They're such tea people. We are such coffee people.
Mm-hmm.
But we could embrace tea for a day. And I saw that there's a couple companies that have come out with a tea specifically for the coronation, like a tea that King Charles would like. One is the Fairmont came out with one. And then this other specialty shop in England came out with one. So
That we shall not name.
I don't remember it, so we won't name it. But this is the Windsor blend, so you can buy that if you really want to be into it. I'm not a huge tea person, but I think I'd like to try it. They say he takes his with tea and honey, but yeah, tea has its place, so that's something to check out. And then was there other food options we were talking about?
Well, I think the clotted cream and biscuits needs to make an appearance.
Yes. Has anyone had clotted cream? We
have not, but we want to.
Someday we'll get there and have the real thing.
And they use like unpasteurized milk, which obviously usually you always find pasteurized milk
In the US.
But they get that going, so it's kind of like this whipped butter, like
Right up our
really
alley.
creamy. They put it over biscuits and jam, and it looks delicious. I think it's like kind of time consuming to get it to that consistency. So,
Cream and biscuits and honey and butter and all the things.
It's always amazing too how they eat. Like they can just like have carbs for breakfast and be okay. And we're all like, get 30 grams of protein in.
Yeah. Get her eggs.
Yeah.
Get her protein powder.
It's just such a different mindset.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
And then also I was gonna say for the coronation,
don't
the
forget.
official like food of the coronation is the coronation quiche, which it's just so funny. I didn't even know that was like a thing they do.
So they do get their protein in.
They get their protein in, yes. And they actually have like these big lunches, like block party lunches with their neighborhood to celebrate all weekend long. So they have these like iconic foods there, and it's so festive and fun.
Nothing like what we do here, really.
No.
Yeah.
Totally
we just,
opposite.
Yeah.
And even if
live
you're not,
vicariously.
I get people who don't like the royals and all that. I just more like
We're highlighting
it's just
tradition.
fun to watch.
It's
like,
history in the making.
Yeah,
like you
you're
said.
literally watching history, and it's just it's just interesting, the whole royal dynamic. But anyways,
Okay,
what's
so
next
if
on
we
the
are having
agenda?
clotted cream and biscuits and all those carbs, we do need to burn them
And
off.
sitting on the couch watching all these
That's
things.
true. Yes. So some good horseback riding. You know, it just feels fitting between the Kentucky Derby and the Royals.
And the English,
Yeah,
yes.
the English. I mean, so I think like, you know, if you're just kind of a slow
Get our trot on.
pace, yeah, just like a slow trot. You know, it's about 250 to 300 calories.
First, I'd have to have a horse.
Well, you could
I think
just learn to ride, and that probably would even burn more calories.
I
The
think I'd be
process
so
of
nervous.
getting up and I think you'd be even burning more calories just the learning process of riding a horse.
Yeah. Which we've
but
only
if
done once. Remember one time?
Yes, I do remember that.
One time we took lessons, just to like in an arena.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't.
Well, I think
You
I
rode
horseback
on a
riding.
beach, right?
Yes, and then I had a friend who was into horses, and we did do like, some summer riding one time.
I've
But
done like any horse stuff, so
yeah, and we're trying to get our nieces into horseback riding because we just kind of think it would be cool.
yeah, they love animals.
And they love animals, so we were just never really animal people, so it kind of made sense. But yeah, horseback riding, I think just anytime you try something new, it's good. You know, you get that dopamine hit, and it's nice to have some other cool skill you can like pull out and say you can do. And I don't know, horseback riding just seems very, you know, it just kind of seems cultured.
Yeah.
Like
And if I can ride a horse and burn calories, okay,
and see beautiful scenery, you know, be out in nature.
Yeah.
I just kind of like that.
That's a good combo.
All right.
Well, what's up with our faces this week?
How do we tie that in? Okay, so I think, you know, just like looking at the Royals Kentucky Derby, you know, it's just like running your race.
Pun intended.
And, you know, just put on the blinders, be who you were meant to be, use your gift to bless other people, because you don't know how it's going to bless somebody or where you could end up. And I think sometimes you do, you have to be like that horse. You have to put the blinders on. You just can't worry about what other people are doing or not doing, saying, not saying, and just do what you're wired to do.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Kind of like we were talking about too. If you listen to Candace Cameron's podcast this week, they were talking about your
strength finders test,
your strengths, but how you're wired. And everyone's wired so differently. So some person's really good at this, and you don't need to compare that to the way you're wired. And it was good. You should go listen to it. It just made you kind of think and figure out your strengths more and just go with those and not focus on the weaknesses as much. Like some people just really want to like overcome their weaknesses when it's like, why put so much effort into your weaknesses when you could just play to your strength and really build those up. So that's our tidbit.
I feel just inspired.
Okay.
Hearing you talk about that. So, but like some fun finds, there's so many. Really just some fun facts even for this coming weekend. Yes. So did you know that Secretariat won the Kentucky Derby in 1973?
I mean, I knew at some point she won, but I didn't know what year. That's a good movie, though.
Yeah, it is. So, in preparation, Kentucky Derby, watch Secretariat.
Yes.
Also, I thought it was cool, just like the whole rose garland. I read that it takes like 400 roses to make up the rose garland, and it's like 40 pounds, and it's like the local Kroger. It takes like 15 people to like put it all together, and it's just like such a meticulous process.
Wow.
Obviously beautiful.
Yes.
I think I read that like Kroger took it over in like 1987.
Like Kroger, this grocery store?
As in the grocery store. Mm-hmm.
Go Kroger.
Yeah. So, and like the Kentucky Derby's been going since like 1875, and it's just so there's just like so much history and tradition, and I think it's just fun sometimes just to insert yourself into stuff like that, because like I said, I feel like we sometimes live very casual, especially even on the West Coast. We're pretty casual just even in America in general. We're a young country, so sometimes we kind of miss out on tradition.
That's one historical fun thing that's tradition that's been going for a long time in the U.S., which is fun. So.
Yeah, and did you have some fun factoids?
I did. So, did you know that they estimate it's going to cost $125 million for the coronation? It's a 3-day event, so it's just mind-blowing, all that money. And that's even scaled down, they said, so crazy. But also I wanted to show you guys some options if you're going to have any kind of party. You could do like a fun bingo, royal bingo, so when you see a royal guard, put your bingo down, or, you see, what else, a teapot or different things. You can order this on Etsy, so if you just go on Etsy and search, you'll find it. And then I thought this was really cute as well. All these fun decorations, all these Union Jacks everywhere.
You would totally be about that.
I just think that's super fun. If you're going to do like a royal party or coronation party, you could have the quiche and you could have the tea, fun teapots, and then just go crazy on Etsy if you want. I don't know if we're going to go that crazy, but I think I might catch some of it though, because I really am interested in just the whole thing. This is really interesting.
And I agree, Taylor. Like, I've wanted to watch the Kentucky Derby at Emerald Downs. I've I'll pass Emerald Downs and I'll see them advertising the Kentucky Derby and think, oh, that would be so fun.
Yeah.
But yes, Cinco de Mayo with chips and salsa.
Oh my goodness. Siete chips all the way,
definitely.
Which are $3.99 at Costco right now. So go stock up. Salsa, I think in an ideal world we would make our own. There's a recipe from a friend we use sometimes, and then also I really like the organic salsa from Trader Joe's. It's like a little bit spicier, but it's
Is this the one that Danielle Walker would recommend?
Yes, it is.
Back in the day,
it's really good.
There was one I used to always get at Whole Foods, and I can't remember the name now. It's like, oh man. But it was in the refrigerated section. I think sometimes the refrigerated section salsas are the best. I mean, obviously just that fresh cantina style salsa is like my favorite.
Yeah.
So.
And guac is always good too.
Well, yeah. But is that extra?
Guac is always extra. But yeah, oh my goodness. I don't know if you caught the reel yesterday I posted anyone, but it was all like the Cinco de Mayo outfits Love Really Gray had shown. And I was like, oh, I mean, how fun to just be able to get these random outfits and wear them for all these
I
special
got my
occasions.
Cinco de Mayo outfit, I got my Kentucky Derby outfit.
There'd be a lot of outfit changes next weekend if you're participating in all these things. But yeah, anyways, I don't know, did we have anything else on our list? Maybe that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. We hit it all, but yeah, let us know what you're interested in next weekend, what holiday event you're going to be participating in. Yeah, I think for sure I'm heading up the Coronation. I don't know if I'll catch some of the Kentucky Derby, but in Cinco de Mayo, bring on all the Mexican food.
Yes, bring it on. Let's do Taco Tuesday on Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Well, and
Friday fiesta.
Our brother-in-law
is Mexican, and so he knows Mexican food, so that's really great. He's made chilaquiles before and stuff, and it's really good.
Try to put the bug in their ear to do something.
Yeah, we need to just tell them we should have a Cinco de Mayo food, but watch the Coronation.
Yes, that would be perfect.
I prefer that kind of food, so
yeah.
Anyways, thanks for joining us. We hope you guys have a great weekend. And do you have any parting thoughts?
No, let's just find ways to celebrate everyday life.
Yeah.
Even if there isn't a coronation going on or a horse to cheer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ta-ta.
Over and out. Bye-bye.